Looking for a fun, different new shirt? Something related to the things you like? Climbing in the outdoors, perhaps philosophy? Visit our new store, The Dihedral Goods, on Etsy, and you'll find all that and much more.
I'm on! Roll!
Hi everyone, this is Gaia.
And Carrot.
And welcome to another episode of the Dihedral Podcast. Today we get to talk about one of our favorite things other than climbing, which is food. Yes, we are joined by one of the sweetest people in the world, an outdoor enthusiast who we've shared many adventures with. She's the founder and head baker at Theresa Treats Bakery. And today she's agreed to talk with us about some recipes that she has crafted specifically for climbers and dirtbags. She is the one and only Theresa Meteer.
Theresa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, I'm so excited.
Welcome
Thanks for
to the
having
show.
me.
Yeah,
Of course. Thank you for being here. So, I understand that you have some recipes to share with us today, but before we get started, can you tell us how you got into baking and everything at such a young age?
Yeah, so I've always kind of baked with my mom in the kitchen. She got me into baking like Christmas cookies and that kind of thing. And I would make like pumpkin rolls and stuff when the holidays came around. And my mom brought one to one of her friends and she ended up placing an order for me. So then once she did that, I was like, like I could kind of do this as like a job. Like I could start selling. So after that, it kind of just picked up and word got around and now it's what I do. And I really love it. I love like the creating part, like the art. So
yeah, for sure.
How old were you when you had your first order placed?
like 13.
That's
So
so amazing. That's
yeah.
so cool.
And how old are you now, Tree?
20. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
7 years.
20, that's so impressive.
Yeah.
So you also have like this love for the outdoors and waterfalls, for example. So what was your like motivation or inspiration, or what draws you to wanting to be outside?
Just the peace that comes with it. I think when I go on a walk or in on the trails, it's just like I can clear my mind and just breathe in the nature and the beauty. It's just, I don't know, it's a really good way for me to relax and get grounded again.
No, for sure. And so that's kind of brings us to some things that you prepared as your opportunity to combine two of the things that you love,
Yeah.
baking and baking things for being in nature. So we understand that you have some recipes for us, and I can't wait to hear what they are. And so we will get a chance to post them in the show notes for any listeners. I guarantee you're going to want to try these. So anyway, what's the first recipe you want to talk about?
So first I can talk about these homemade granola bars that I make. I think they're super delicious. And I actually think you guys have tried them. So they are super customizable and everything, all the recipes I brought today can be made vegan too.
Oh,
So
nice.
these granola bars, they are baked and they're really chewy and really good. The ones that I make have like coconut and chocolate chips in them and almond, so it's like a coconut almond flavor. It's really good. It has a date base, and it's pretty simple to do. You just pulse the dates up, and you mix everything to kind of make a syrup in a saucepan, and then you pour it into the pan and bake it, and that's it.
All right. So I love how you say it's easy. What do you
Yeah.
mean? What does pulse the date mean?
In a food processor.
Oh, okay.
Just you pulse it up till it's like smooth.
And if you don't have a food processor, could you use a blender?
Yeah, you can use a blender too. That would work.
Okay.
All right. If you don't have electricity, could you use like a hammer? I mean, we'll go. Maybe we can bake them afterwards. But could you use like tools? Like, is it just essentially chopping them up?
You want it to be more like a paste. So
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you could chop them and then like knead it with your hands.
Mortar.
Or
Oh, that's a good
something.
idea. Yeah, yeah. That sounds awesome. All right. So tell me how you could like modify this recipe, or how people can amend it to suit their own tastes.
Yeah, so you can add like instead of the almonds and the coconut and the chocolate chips, those are just mix-ins. And I think it comes up to about a cup of mix-ins. So you could split it up into anything you wanted.
Oh,
Like, so
nice.
just replace that with a cup of different things. So you could do like dried fruit or different chips, like peanut butter chips or
Oh,
something like
nice.
that. Yeah, so really anything that counts as like an add-in, you can just replace
Yeah.
it up to 1 cup.
How do you come up with this recipe?
Yeah.
All of the recipes in general.
So I kind of just look on Pinterest or other things for inspiration, and then like whatever I'm thinking about, then I will use like my kind of like skills to figure out like what needs to go together
Yeah.
to make a good recipe. So
All right, let me run 3 add-ins by you. Let me know if you think
yeah.
this would be very good. I think about this more often than I really want to admit. Add-ins are my life. So peanut butter chips, like chocolate chunks, you know, not necessarily the chocolate chunks, and dried blueberries.
Yeah, that would be good.
You'd give that
Or
like the thumbs up?
yeah, that sounds good. Or when you said peanut butter chips, I thought like banana chips too. Like
Oh,
that would go
Same.
good with peanut butter chips.
yeah, that would be really good. All
Yeah.
right, I'm sold. All right, what's recipe number 2?
Okay, recipe number 2 is cranberry orange protein balls. So these ones are good. The balls have 6 grams of protein in each of them. So
Oh, wow, nice.
yeah, so that's pretty good.
How
And
much protein?
6?
Oh, nice.
yeah, so these ones, also the cranberry orange can be switched to anything like peanut butter, banana, whatever.
Oh,
Any
that's
add-ins again like that.
Is there any pulsing in this recipe?
No, not
No.
this one. This
Okay.
one is way simpler than that
Oh,
one.
nice. Let's hear
You
it. Run
just
us
need to
through it.
stir everything together. So first you stir like all the more like liquidy ingredients, so like the almond butter, maple syrup, and then once you get that mixed up really good, then you add in like your oats, your almonds, coconut, chia seeds, and your protein powder, and then you can add your add-ins. So for this one, it has orange juice, like from squeeze from an orange, and then
Yeah,
dried cranberries.
that sounds so good. And
Yeah.
there's no baking or anything?
No, you just put them in the fridge. And honestly, like you don't really even need to set them. They're ready right there.
Oh my God.
So
So you could just eat the batter.
yeah,
I don't know if
just
they can
roll
make
them up, roll them into balls, and eat them.
so something like this. Let me just ask this question. If you put them in the fridge or the freezer and then threw them in a like a baggie and threw them in your backpack, do you think they'd stay formed or would it just turn into like
Oh, that's a
just
good
a
question.
bag of
No, those
add-ins?
ones, yeah, they should stay formed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
they
sounds
might get a
so
little squished, like depending where you put them in,
But they won't
but
melt.
that
yeah,
sounds so good. All right, so
yeah, they should be there for.
let's hear some alternative add-ins that you might do with the cranberry orange protein balls.
The peanut butter banana again, that would be really
Yeah,
good.
that'd be good.
You could replace, this one has almonds in it. You could replace to just do a different nut.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Like pistachio.
oh yeah, that would be
Oh,
good.
that's
Pistachio
good.
raspberry.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
oh yeah, that sounds super good.
Oh, that could be nice.
you
Hmm.
can add that to the list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Anytime you need advice on like new recipes, we can help you out with the add-ins.
Yeah,
All
Yeah.
because
good.
adding's his life,
Yeah,
remember?
remember,
Yeah.
add-ins is my is my life.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So now talking about, well, this has nothing to do with add-ins, but yes, recipes and tree um coming in clutch with the desserts. We have an anecdote because back in the, I don't know if you remember, I still have the note. You probably remember. So
Oh,
back in
I remember.
the, when Karen and I were dating, one day I got some cookies from Tree and a note that said something along the lines that like, oh, he talked to me about you and here are some cookies and he's such a nice guy and I hope you like them. And I always tell Karen that that is what sold it for me. So I joke saying like after I had those cookies, they would had love potion and then that was
Aw.
Yes, essentially, Gaia fell for your cookies rather than for me, but whatever,
Exactly.
it works. So anybody who's listening out there who's just like, I might need an edge in my romantic pursuits, you probably have to get a hold of Tree's Treats because she's got
Yep.
the magic touch. We still talk about those cookies on a regular basis, I would say. They're so good.
What kind? Do you remember what kind they were?
So, do you remember the cookies that you made recently with like the carabiners and the climbers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were essentially those cookies, but just
No, they had chocolate chip too. I think
yeah,
it was like different flavors.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
okay.
But they were decorated like with the epitome of your style.
Love.
Yeah, exactly. Your style is love, love and climbing.
I need to
Oh,
look for
cute.
the note. I still have it somewhere because I kept it.
That's funny.
All right. So now on to the next recipe, which again is kind of about the add-ins. Am I right about that?
Yeah,
All
they
right.
really all are. I
Okay.
like to leave things like that, leave it customizable to what you want to do, like what your
Heck
taste
yeah.
is, because they all basically come with a base, and then anything that
Yeah.
you're feeling, you can add in.
I love it.
So
All right.
the next one is granola. This is like super duper good and again easy.
All right.
All right.
So this one, you have to go back to the saucepan. You make a little syrup with
Okay.
butter, brown sugar, honey, and salt and vanilla and baking soda. And then you can make it vegan. You can swap out the butter and the honey. You can do maple syrup and coconut oil instead.
Nice.
And you just mix that up till it's to a boil. And then you go to a big bowl and you add in your oats, your sunflower seeds, coconut, almonds, chia seeds, and then your add-ins. So you could do nuts, dried fruit, chocolate chips, anything like that.
Oh, nice.
And then you pour the syrup on top and you bake it. And you have to, this part gets a little, I mean, not complicated, but it's going not as easy. So you
Okay.
bake it for 10 minutes, you take it out, you have to stir it up, and then you bake it again, take it out, stir it up, and then press it down super hard. And this is how you get the clumps, like the
Okay.
big granola, big chunks.
Uh-huh.
And then once it's all the way cool, it like hardens into like a giant granola bar. So then you break it up into like the bite sizes that you want.
Oh, nice. So this one could potentially either be like another style of granola bar or just like straight up granola.
Yeah, you could definitely cut it into bars too. Yeah.
So I was just thinking, I wonder if we can do something really quick where we each pick one add-in. Like think about it for a second. Um, so I'll go first, and then Teresa, and then Gaia, and we'll see. Like we're not gonna be. We'll just see if it works. So I'm gonna go first. Teresa, you got your add-in in your head.
hmm
Gaia,
hmm
you've got
Yeah,
your.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna maybe mix
Oh
it up a
God.
little bit. What are those things? Pumpkin seeds.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I did banana chips. I really like that idea.
I
I think
like
that
it.
sounds so good.
I'm doing mango chips.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, that could be
oh,
good.
that'd be really good.
Oh, we got to try that.
Yeah.
All right, next time we're together, let's make that for sure. Pumpkin seeds,
Yeah.
banana, dried mango. I'm all about that
We
for
could
sure.
like different versions of the recipe and see which
Oh, I
adding
agree.
combination worked best.
Oh, yeah.
I love everything about that idea. All right, so we got one more recipe. The next recipe seems like it might be way outside my ability, but maybe like with
Same.
your support, we could do it. But it also sounds like maybe the most delicious thing a person could eat.
Yeah, I added this one in because it's like my absolute favorite thing that I make. I think
Okay.
it's so good.
Man.
So these are almond croissants. And the croissants you don't have to make homemade. You can get them from the store or something. So that adds a little easiness to
Oh,
it.
that's a little easier for sure.
Yeah, so already pre-made. And then you have to make a simple syrup, which is pretty easy. You just boil water and sugar together. And then you make an almond filling, which again is easy. You just mix everything in the not blender, the mixing bowl with like a beater.
Mhm.
And then you cut open your croissants. You spread in your almond filling. Or first you gotta put the simple syrup down to make nice and moist, and then you put in the almond filling. And then you close it up, you put some almond filling on top, and you bake them, and then you eat them warm, and they're so good.
Oh my goodness.
Let me ask you this. It might sound silly, but it's a real serious question. Let's say we go back to one of the granola bars from last time and we make the granola bars. Could we cover them up with just the almond filling? Like as a topping?
Sure, I guess.
So that's a no. Basically, that was the worst
I don't
idea.
know. I don't know if that would be
You know,
good.
some
I don't
granola
know.
bars are like covered in chocolate or something like that. Like I wonder if
Yeah.
the almond filling would dry enough to be like cuttable.
Well, the almond filling has eggs in it, so it does have to bake.
Oh, all right.
So I don't know how
So
that would
no. All right. Those
go.
sound amazing, and I kind of actually just want them like
Now.
Yeah,
right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. They're so good.
exactly. So, we I don't know. We want to do everything we can to promote and support you. So if anybody's listening, I really think that you should like listen to what we're saying. We're not just exaggerating.
Yeah.
Teresa's the best baker on the planet. She's so good and she's so friendly to people in this community that if you ever want like just delicious food, you definitely have to hit her up.
My favorite are the almond the thumbprint. What's it called? The one that you have. Oh,
The
so good.
shortbread?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It was an almond cookie with a raspberry filling. So yeah,
Oof.
it's like a
Oh yeah,
thumbprint cookie.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
People
Those are really
order
good.
that one. You
Oh,
won't regret it. It's so good.
you know what else will blow your
Dangerously
mind
good.
is the pumpkin roll that you were talking about from a long time ago. Like that was your first
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah, the one that got me started.
Oh, also, I mean, let's just throw another one out there. We were up in the Upper Peninsula at a cottage, and like there was a bunch of family there, and Teresa made these cake pops for everybody. And on the way up there, they all got destroyed. I mean, just crushed. I'll just mention that Teresa has three younger brothers, so the trip up there was interesting, and the cake pops got demolished. But despite all the cake pops getting destroyed beyond recognition, every person at the cottage was just like, holy crap, these are so good. And we were just like sticking our hand in a bag of broken cake pop and shoving them in our faces.
Oh,
So
That's so
it,
funny. I didn't hear that they got destroyed.
oh,
That
sorry,
part
never
was
mind.
left
They're
out of the
fine.
story.
They weren't destroyed at all. They were in perfect condition.
they're in perfect shape.
But seriously, if you order cake pops from Tree's Treats, it'll change your mind, and maybe she can sell them to you for a discount if they're all destroyed in a bag. But they are.
It'll be delicious.
I don't
not
even
gonna lie.
like cake, but those are just so moist and yummy. They're the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say those are definitely like my most popular thing right now. People love them.
Also, like I know we have other things to talk about, but you mentioned like the art of baking. The stuff that you make is totally bananas. Like
Yeah.
yeah, literal carabiners designed on cookies, and I don't know. You've had a ton of decorations. Just like what comes ahead, like a baseball, I think was one of them. It goes on and on, but you put a lot of
Yeah.
work into the detail of some of the stuff that you make.
Yeah, I love doing those cookies. Those are really fun because the art part, it's just like those cookies, it's all about the decoration. So
Yeah.
that's like one of my favorite things to do.
All right, I have a quick question for you. Um, what would you rather have? Like, have you ever tried, like, not to throw in any, like, let's say grocery store. I was going to say a particular, like those grocery store
A particular
cookies,
groceries.
those grocery store cookies, you could have like, I don't know, 6 of those a week for the rest of your life. Or you could have like one of your cookies once a year for the rest of your life. Those are your cookie options forever. You can only have one of yours once a year or 6 a week of the grocery store cookies.
Hmm. Can I have other desserts?
Yeah, yeah. Other desserts aren't,
Okay.
but in terms of
Okay,
cookies, that's
good.
all you get.
Just cookies, then I'll pick one.
Yeah, I would pick yours too. Also, the grocery
It's
store.
healthier for you too, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. The grocery store cookies are weird because every time I
Yeah.
see them at like, I don't know, they're at random dinners and stuff like that. They're easy to
Yeah.
buy. They always look good, and then you eat them and you're always disappointed. I feel like
Yeah.
you're the opposite. They always look good, and then you're always like pleasantly surprised at how much better they are than you actually think. That's how I would describe your cookies.
That's funny. Thank you.
Oh, you know what? I really like those the sugar cookies where you put the decoration, the
Yeah.
glazed sugar cookies. I don't know the proper term for them, but dipped in green tea.
Oh
Oh, it
yeah.
was so good. Like if you
That
drink green
sounds
tea
good.
without any sugar and then you use that one, like
Yeah.
you dip it there and then you eat it and drink your tea.
Mm.
All
Too
right.
good.
Tree, what if somebody wrote you and just like, I'm not sure if you made this before, but like, so green tea and matcha, is that the same
Oh,
flavor?
matcha.
What if
Mhm.
somebody asked if you could make a matcha flavored cookie?
Yeah, I love doing that. I say if you want to place an order, I'll do anything. Like just tell me what it is and I'll try it and I'll do it.
Oh
So yeah,
man,
I would take on the challenge.
that might be the next challenge for sure. That sounds really
Yeah.
good. All
Yeah,
right. So,
I've been looking at this one recipe. It's like a chocolate and matcha bread. It's more like a like banana bread type
oh, that
thing.
sounds
So
amazing.
yeah, I've been wanting to make that. I think that sounds good.
All right. Can I pitch you an idea really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, if you're like, this is as bad as your idea of putting almond filling on
On top of the
granola bars,
granola bar.
yeah. Oh, that's fine. You can shoot me down, or like making dates with a hammer.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot of storefronts out there that sell bunt cakes, like that's popular. There's a
Mhm.
lot that sell like really nice pristine cookies. So if you ever had a storefront, this would be my recommendation for you. Forget
Okay.
cake, forget cookies, squares, like brownies, blondies, and then just make like a square of, you know what I mean, like just that shape
Yeah.
of food. Like who doesn't love brownies?
Yeah, that's a good idea. When I first started, I work at a donut shop now, and when I first started there, the head baker asked me to bring in all my own recipes, and he told me I was going to be the bar girl. So I just brought in a
Oh,
bunch of different bar recipes. So I already got a head start.
oh, that's so awesome. All right, so one more question about bars. What was the best flavor bar that you've ever made, or square, whatever you want to call it?
I made a lemon blueberry cheesecake bar, which is so good. It had a graham cracker base, and then it was a cheesecake filling that was flavored with lemon juice and then blueberries mixed
Oh
in.
my God.
It was
I
really,
can't
really
even
good.
listen to that without getting like really,
I know.
really. All right. So one like kind of more baking related question. So there's a lot of climbers that bring their dog to the crag. Have you ever tried making like homemade dog treats?
I haven't yet. I just got a puppy, so I definitely should. I know she would love them.
Oh, totally. How's she doing?
She's doing great.
Okay, awesome.
Is she there?
She's at doggy daycare. She's hanging out with her
Oh,
friends.
All right. Yeah, yeah. Let us know if you make something for it, if it's a big hit.
Yeah, I should. Yes.
Okay. So again, we're gonna post all the recipes in the show notes. And so anybody who wants to try these, they'll be available for you. And we have a few more questions of a game that we created, and it's called The Perfect Treat. So we're gonna give you a situation, and then you have to tell us what you think would be the perfect treat to accompany that situation or food.
Okay.
That sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the first situation. Someone just finished the hardest climb of their life and they are completely stoked. What is the perfect treat?
Hmm. Okay. I just tried these blondie bars. I think these would be good because they have some protein in them. So in the bar, you have this chickpea like mash that you kind of add in. So you
Oh,
get a little
that's
bit of
nice.
protein from that. And they're really good. I think it'd be like a good reward. They have white chocolate chips in them.
Ooh, yeah,
And I think that would be good.
I think that sounds great. All right. So this one is well, I'll just read it to you. Your fiance leaves you at the altar.
fine.
You want to drown your sorrows. What would be the perfect treat?
Hmm. When you said drown your sorrows, it made me think of like a mousse. So I have these like chocolate, it's like a brownie and then layered with mousse and then brownie
Ooh,
again and chocolate mousse. I think that'd be really good. You could just have
Oh,
as
oh
much
yeah.
as you want. Just keep
I
going.
oh my goodness.
I think that you mentioning mousse, that might be the single most underrated dessert. I love it so
Yeah,
much. It's
I
so
agree
good.
actually. Chocolate mousse is so good.
And I don't
The
know.
panna cotta, like that
Oh yeah, that's
consistency.
so it's delicious. All right, well, you want to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. We have 30 more. No, I'm just messing. All right. Um, you're dirty, tired, and so hungry from a month-long hiking trip, you can't wait to eat real food. What is the perfect treat?
Maybe, oh, I don't know. Should I like something super sweet? Do you think? Like I was thinking banana bread would
Oh,
maybe be
nice.
good.
Totally. Because you want something filling. Banana bread will
Yeah.
fill you up. And it's really, yeah, yeah. I say you're batting 1,000. Those are great
Yeah.
answers. All right. So this we had like happiness on on ascend on the first one. Here's one where it's kind of turns out poorly. You just fell on a really hard route and want to drown your frustrations in a snack. What's the perfect treat?
That one reminds me of the granola. I think that would be good. If it had some, like a really good combination in there, that probably make you feel
Yeah.
good.
Like banana, mango, and pumpkin seeds, maybe topped with a
Yeah.
little almond paste.
Yeah. Kind of get you going again.
So this one's more personal to me, just because I love pizza, and Theresa and I are both from the Detroit area, which everybody knows has the best pizza. So this one's not based on an experience; it's based on like complimenting a dish. What is the perfect treat to complement an outstanding slice of pizza?
I don't know. Maybe a brownie sundae.
Ooh,
A
yeah,
good
I think you're
finisher,
right.
I think. I think brownie sundaes are the best dessert. You get like a delicious brownie and then some really good ice cream and hot fudge. Add as much toppings as you want
Yeah,
because the
they sound.
warm brownie, so good.
Yeah, I agree. Also, like
But not any brownie. It needs to be
Yeah, a good
It
one.
absolutely does.
brownie. So
I don't think ice cream's underrated, but it really does go well with pizza. Like you have the
Yeah.
spice, or the tanginess. Yeah, that sounds great. Do you have any that you want to throw in?
I can only think it's about the almond croissant.
Yeah,
can't
you
not
haven't
think
said a
about
word.
them.
You brought up the almond croissant.
And I'm starving, so I'm like, we could probably make them.
Yeah, I think you could.
We have the recipe. I don't know
Yeah.
how good they'll be, but like we can try.
Okay, so we know that your treats are perfect for trails and they bring people together and make people happy. How can people find Trees treats and how can they place an order?
Yeah, so I have an Instagram account. So it's trees treats underscore bakery. And then you could message me through there to place an order or just follow and look at all my stuff. I'm gonna be posting some stuff tomorrow for Thanksgiving posts. So been working on a lot of good stuff for the holidays coming up. So I'll have all that coming. So yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yay! Are you making any like Trees signature dessert for the holidays or something like that?
Yeah, I'm doing shooters for Christmas Eve. So like I was talking about the brownies with the mousse, we put them in like individual cups.
Nice.
So I'll be making those. I'm coming up with different flavor combinations. I think I'm gonna do a banana foster and a peanut butter chocolate one. And I gotta
That
think of the
sounds so
third
good.
one.
Yeah, I feel horrible being so far away. Like,
Yeah, I
I
know.
want all of
At
it.
the same time, health girl, if we were neighbors, I would be very concerned about my health because I would be there in the kitchen with you,
I know. How could
just
you not?
tasting everything. Make sure.
I know. Whenever I make stuff, I have to give it away. Otherwise, you would just eat it all. I'm
Oh,
like, who wants some of this?
totally.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us, Tree. I don't know if there's anything else you would like to add or for people to know about your upcoming projects or expansion of Tree Street
Yeah.
or whatever.
When you open your like Squares Bakery.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'd be great if you could follow me on Instagram. That'd be cool.
Awesome. Definitely follow her. She posts
Yes.
really good pictures of really good food. Even if you don't order, which you definitely should, your mouth will be watering just from the pictures.
Yeah, you'll order like you will order something eventually.
Yeah, totally.
I had a tongue twister there. Yes. Thank you so much,
Thank
Tree.
you, Teresa, so much. It's always a pleasure
Yeah.
to talk with you.
Yeah.
we'll
Thanks for
let you
having
know-
me.
Of course. And we'll let you know how the croissants turn out.
Yeah, we will. We'll send you
Okay.
a picture.
Yes. I would love to hear it.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy listening to adventure stories, then you should visit thedihedral.com. You will find stories from other members of the community and read about climbing, life, and the outdoors. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's connect and climb on.
I'm on.